In this video, I'm going to present how to use the Hwatmos platform to predict workforce requirements for a next quarter. I'm starting out with a model which already has 3 years of data in it and has several historical surge events entered. Here's a list of the surge events. I think I have about 4 different kinds. I have IT issues. I have a bunch of promotional events, and these are split into large, medium, and small promotions. And I have some product launch events. And what I am going to do is I'm going to forecast baseline volume for the next quarter. The data cutoff here is the end of 2025. So I will forecast baseline for the first quarter of 2026. And then I will forecast a couple promotional events in 2026. And both of the forecasts will also include FTE requirements. So to start, I have my base scenario selected. If I had multiple scenarios and I wanted to choose different scenario, I could do that here, but I can also make that selection when I create a new forecast. And let's delete the default name here. Oops, that was the wrong button. Let's delete the name here. Let's say this is just gonna be called 2026 Q1, and it will belong to the base scenario. And let's just type in the dates. So quarter one, I believe that ends on March 31st. My data, I didn't show that, but my data includes 2 channels. I have my calls and web chats channel. And let's forecast both of those. And I'll keep this at default. I could make adjustments here if I'm expecting that, say I bring an additional population onto my client base and I'm expecting them to have higher or lower contact rate. I could adjust that. Same with the AHT, average handle time. If I remember right, my population size or client base, whatever you want to call it, was about 27,000 at the end of 2025. So let's just say that it will increase quite a bit, up to 35,000. I hit submit. And here is my daily forecast for both channels. I can see daily volume and I can see average handle time for that day. And this here just tells me approximate equivalent FTEs for that type of demand. Now, what I need to do is optimize my FTEs. I need to select how many FTEs I want to have during that quarter and what type of metrics we will hit. 6 will obviously be not enough. So I will use optimization. But before I do that, I will just click this checkbox here because I don't want to staff to the peaks. And I know that January will have a peak, quite a large peak. So I'm okay with tanking the service level just a little bit there. And with this selection here, anything under, say, let's make it 5%, will be ignored in calculating service levels, average service level, and FTE staffing. All right, so I am going to hit optimize now, and hopefully we get something that brings us close to 70/30, and we get 24 FTEs. All right, so I'll click submit. The page will reload data, and now it includes the forecast right here. That's my baseline forecast. I can see the gray line, which is flat. It's flat because that's the plan. That's what I'm planning on having throughout that quarter. But the light green light, that shows me the demand equivalent FTEs. So now I am going to, as I said earlier, add a couple surge events. And let's say that here at the beginning of February, I will have a marketing campaign. So I can click this button to forecast a new campaign. I'll just use that promotional email. So I'm gonna send out promotional emails. It's going to be a large promotion, say 25% off. My dates are already set because I made that selection in the charts. This belongs to the baseline forecast, and I will send this out to all of my customers, my entire population. This is a familiar screen. I will use the same type of settings here, and it calculates for me how many additional FTEs I need for that time frame in order to hit my performance goal. I click submit. I can see my promotion email right here, and I will go do that one more time for another time frame, and maybe I will have a smaller promotion, which, seeing the planned already baseline planned staff versus the demand, so the small promotion may not require too many FTEs for this selected time frame here. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, and as expected, I am getting a very small requirement there, but it's that's how business goes. We don't do forecasting because we want to bring more people. We do forecasting because we want to understand how many people we need. And I have my two promotions here now. Um, I can hide or show special events. The red line shows me additional stuff that I'm planning to bring for that time frame. Here's a red line too, but it's a zero point 0.2 FTE, so we can't really see it in there. Um, Now with my forecast ready, I can go ahead and create a forecast report. This defaults to the latest quarter in the data. Base scenario sounds good to me, and I just need to title my report, and I hit generate. I get my report ready here because I'm only reporting on the quarter one of 2026 and I don't have any historical data in there. I can disable any historical metrics and keep only the ones with the F, which stands for forecast. I can choose different metrics for each of the sections in this report here. And this also makes it easy to print if you like PDFs, if you need to share this with someone. And in which case, if the goal is to print or have a PDF, I would also change the font size or hide this altogether for my final report. And just for demonstration purposes, I will make this font size small and hide the last table. And now I can hit print and I can see that my report is ready. I can save it to PDF or I can print it out. And this is what the platform does. It really speeds up a lot of work that people do in spreadsheets. It analyzes historical events for you automatically. It calculates contact rates for each kind of surge events, and it applies those into the future forecasts. It allows you to have multiple channels, and it also includes AI triage channels, which I do have in here. You can mark a channel as a triage, or you can mark it as a channel that takes escalations from triage. And then there's some additional metrics to help you track the performance of your triage. Well, this is Hwatmos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.